What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Here we go again, yet another once-in-a-500-year event possibly underway as Hurricane Debbie just made landfall in the state of Florida a few hours ago, bringing 12 to 16 inches of rain to some locations. It's still raining in Florida right now as I do this video. This storm is going to be a long-duration event. Right now it's a tropical storm. It made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. Here's the situation. You're looking at a camera, a live view in Savannah, Georgia, where they could see over the next 2 to 3 days somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, possibly 30 inches of rain. This is according to the National Hurricane Center. Here's the path of the storm, moving at a very slow, almost a snail's pace right in here off the coast of South Carolina, barely moving at all over the course of 24 hours, staying in the same location. Starting back here near Savannah here in 24 hours, it's going to pretty much come to a crawl, and all you got to do is apply basic math. Right here where I have my cursor, that's a 24-hour period from now. Going over here to the coast of South Carolina, that's 2 days from that 24-hour period. That's 3 days later. So if we follow the path according to the National Hurricane Center, in 24 hours, the center of the storm is going to be right here just south of Savannah, Georgia. And according to this model, it's going to remain out here off the coast of South Carolina for 48 hours. 2 days. So if you just apply simple math, 48 hours, and if you assume that it's going to rain at least a half an inch an hour, as this thing's going to be back out over the water again, so it could strengthen, become even stronger, quite possibly a Category 1. If it rains at a mere half an inch an hour, which tropical storms can easily do that, that means some areas would easily see 24 inches of rain. That's why they're coming up with these staggering storm totals over here at the National Hurricane Center, simply because this storm has the potential to stall, creating an unbelievable flooding situation along the coast of South Carolina. Once again, here's a live view from Savannah, Georgia, and you can see the rain is coming down very, very heavy right now as I do this video. Looking at the power outage situation, right now 179,000 customers without power in Florida, 23,000 in Georgia. Let's update the map real quick and just see if there's any new ones. No new ones yet. There's a few more in Georgia. Nebraska is still reeling from the storms nearly a week ago at 18,000. Pennsylvania, 12,000. New York, 15,166. Look for these numbers to change over the next 48 to 72 hours. We've got states of emergencies declared in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and the state of emergency declaration in South Carolina, check this out, remains in effect for 61 days. I don't think I've ever seen that. Goes on to say the declaration goes into effect at 8 a.m. on Tuesday and will remain in effect for 61 days unless terminated sooner by the Georgetown County Council. So states of emergencies being declared. Here's the rainfall totals in Florida as it made landfall in Florida just a few hours ago. Rainfall totals of 12 inches in Pinellas Park, 16 inches in Lakewood Ranch. Here's some more totals, 13 inches in Parrish, 11.26 in Bradenton. Sun City saw 9, and St. Petersburg coming in at 8.4 inches, nearly 8.5. So this thing is definitely a rain producer. As you can see, the roads here are flooded in Gulfport, Florida. And just a big heads up if you guys are along the southeast coast of Texas. I know you guys just dealt with Hurricane Beryl. This is a long-range forecast over here at ventusky.com, looking at the date of August 13th of 2024. 8 days from now, it's showing yet another landfall of a Category 1 hurricane. Models right now are showing yet another landfall in basically the same exact area as Hurricane Beryl, quite possibly as a Category 1 or a Category 2 storm. Again, this is 8 days out. It is definitely subject to change, but if it does not change and it remains on this particular course, it's going to make landfall at nearly the exact same location of Hurricane Beryl. But again, this is a long-range forecast. It can and more than likely will change. So again, if you're along the coast of South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, southeastern Georgia, big heads up as historic rains are definitely on the way. Quick look at the GOES X-ray flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. You can see 2 strong X-class solar flares in the last 12 hours. The D region of planet Earth responding almost instantly, causing radio blackouts in the upper latitudes of the Earth. Looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun, absolutely loaded with sunspots in active regions. However, one of the X flares came from the southwestern limb of the sun over here on the right-hand side. Check this out. That was a very strong X-class solar flare. This sunspot over here is large and in charge, and more than likely we'll see more X-class solar flares from this region over here in the coming days, but that was a very impressive X-flare coming from a region departing the Earth-facing side of the sun. We can barely see that region right there as it's turning away from the Earth. Once again, the power outage situation will more than likely change drastically over the next 24 to 48 hours. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Nanette Cosson and Lee Coleman Bellucci. Thank you guys for your contributions. I really appreciate that. And on a slightly different note, I want to share with you guys something that was sent in from the Jacksonville, Florida area, right here in the northeastern part of Florida. There was a video sent in by Lucinda who captured something very mysterious in the nighttime sky. As Tropical Storm Debbie is moving through Florida, Lucinda happened to notice this a few nights ago off in the distance. Check this out. A very bright pulsating light that wasn't an airplane, wasn't a helicopter, looks way too big to be a drone, looks like some sort of a mysterious, very bright object in the nighttime sky. Doesn't appear to be a meteor, any type of meteorite. Almost has a light green appearance to it. I mean, if that is a drone or if that was a drone, that thing was absolutely massive. And as you can tell, I zoomed in very close over here on the left. On the right-hand side's the original video. For perspective purposes, you can see how far away that thing was and how far it was off the ground. It wasn't super high up in the sky. It wasn't making any noise. Just some sort of a mysterious light spotted in the sky from Jacksonville, Florida. Again, if you're along the coast of South Carolina, look for an extensive, quite possibly a 500-year rainfall event as this storm, Tropical Storm Debbie, is going to stall off the coast of South Carolina, remaining out here in the Atlantic Ocean for 48 straight hours. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.